Now, this is something I've talked about before, I think. Maybe it was on a live show. I don't know if I did a video about it or not. But it just keeps happening over and over and over, constantly. A couple of years ago, my daughter, Luann, she's in one of these dance things, whatever. And they do these shows around the Southeast. And then like once a year, usually in the summer, they take like their whole dance. What is it called? Is it called a team? Their dance troupe? No, that's Boy Scouts. Anyway, all the people what's in her little dance gang or whatever it is, they go on this trip every summer. I think they went to Disney World one time. Anyway, a couple of years ago, they decided they were going to go on a cruise. So I remember when this came up, we were actually at my in-laws in their backyard, sitting out at the patio table or whatever. And this came up, and we started talking about going on a cruise. And, I had never been on a cruise. Anyway, we're just sitting around talking about the cruise. And somebody was like, oh, I've been on a cruise and this is what we did and that and the other. Anyway, so we spend about 10 minutes talking about going on a cruise. I pick my cell phone up. I go to Facebook. I start scrolling at what everybody's eating for lunch or reading how they hate Trump or they love Trump or whatever it is that people are posting about on Facebook. And, Facebook has ads on it, sponsored posts or whatever. Every single ad and sponsored post that I scrolled by was a friggin' ad for a cruise. Now, I've never been on a cruise. I don't go to cruise websites. Other than that day, literally 10 minutes before this happened, I couldn't tell you the last time I even uttered the word cruise. I had no reason to. I've personally never been interested in going on a cruise. I just never had an interest to do it. I don't have any interest in being on the water where I can't see land. In my mind, if I'm on the water and the boat sinks, at least if I can see land, I know which way to start swimming. I know I might not make it, but at least mentally it makes you feel better. So anyway, I had no reason to ever be interested in a cruise, look at a cruise, nothing. But as soon as I have a conversation, and my phone was probably sitting on the table or in my pocket, we have this 10-minute conversation about going on a cruise, and immediately every ad in Facebook is for a friggin' cruise company. Carnival Cruise, whatever the other ones are, Disney Cruise, Tom Cruise, whatever. Every ad. How do they know? How do they know? There's only one way they know. They're listening. Now, I know they're listening, and I still choose to use Facebook, okay? I know they're listening. I still choose to use Facebook. So this isn't the type of thing where, oh my God, they're listening to me sit around and complain about Stetson Bennett. I'm deleting my Facebook account. I don't care. Knock yourself out, Facebook. The NSA too. Good morning, NSA. I know you're listening. I don't care. But what bothers me is that Facebook denies it. That's what bothers me. They say, no, our app does not allow us to listen to you through your phone's microphone. Bullshit. That's just not true. I have a 10-minute conversation about going on a cruise. Literally, a minute later, I pick up my cell phone. It's nothing but cruise ads. And this happens all the time. Sometimes I don't even pay it any mind. I don't even notice it. Sometimes the ad is so subtle that I don't even realize, oh my God, they were listening to me again. Or it's an ad for something that I'm actually interested in. So I don't think about the fact that they're listening in again. But sometimes the ad is so ridiculous. I went to this pizza place. When was this? 2 days ago? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Point is, I went to this pizza place. I had, actually, I didn't have pizza. What did I have? A stromboli. Type about it. I don't know. It had pepperoni and cheese in it. It's basically a pizza with cover that's got crust all the way around it. You know what a stromboli is. Anyway, it was good. I ate my stromboli. I leave the pizza place, and when I walked outside of this pizza place, there was, I don't even know how to describe this individual. It looked like she was dressed up for some kind of a costume party. I mean, you would have thought it might have been Halloween or something along those lines. She had on like this big poofy white skirt. It wasn't a tight fitting. It almost looked like I don't even know how to describe it. It was just big poofy looking short. It came like halfway down to her knee, and it was just all poofed out. And then she had on some kind of a black something on top that was 3 sizes too small, and she was proud of it. Her hair was done up in a weird color and in ponytails, and she had on like 6-inch heels in an area where that stands out. I mean, it's not like there was 100 people walking around outside this pizza place with 6-inch heels on. I'm like, what in the world is going on? And it was a group of 3 or 4 people, and they all looked kind of weird and strange, but this one just stood out. And I remember I don't remember exactly what I said, so I don't know exactly what Facebook heard, but I said something along the lines of her looking like a stripper, or going to some sort of stripper convention, or a porn convention, or it looked like a porn outfit, something along those lines. I get in the car, I come back home, I sit on a couch, and just out of habit, because Facebook has done, I don't know what they've done. They've ruined us is what they've done. But anyway, just like breathing, without even thinking about it, I just pulled my phone out and started scrolling through Facebook. And guess what? I mean, this is what I mean. Like, sometimes the ads are so ridiculous. Like, wait a minute, what the heck? Why are they showing me that ad? And then it dawned on me, oh, the stripper porn costume, cosplay looking lady outside of the pizza place. And they must have heard me comment about that. I think I screenshotted a couple of the ads. I'm going to put them up now. This is right off of my Facebook page. Now look at this. Okay, now first of all, okay, I mean that's easy on the eyes. I mean, I might mind looking at that. But why are they showing me that ad? I'm not buying that. Why would I buy that? I don't know if this is sad, or I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't know if this is sad or embarrassing, or I don't know that I've ever bought anything like that for anybody. Why would I? I don't so they're listening all the time. It would be one thing maybe if when you pulled your Facebook page up and were scrolling, somehow they were listening. But they're hearing what you say when your phone is in your damn pocket. I mean, my phone was in my back pocket or front pocket or whatever when I left the pizza place and walked by this abomination or whatever it was that was standing outside the thing there. And they heard every word I said. That's the only explanation. I've never gone on my phone and searched for whatever this is in this ad. Ever. I don't know how else they know. And like I said, I know they're listening, and I choose to use Facebook anyway, but you just kind of forget sometimes until something like this happens where the ad is so ridiculous, or it's so obvious that they were listening that you go, my God, they did it again. I mean, that thing with the cruise, I'm telling you, I have the thought of going on even if Facebook could read my mind, the thought of a cruise never even entered my mind until that day on the back porch when we sat around talking about my daughter's cruise that was going to be coming up in a few months or whatever. And right away, every ad, Carnival Cruise, Disney Cruise, Tom Cruise, J Cruise, every I mean, cruise this, cruise that, cruise and the other thing. Cruise here, cruise there. Half off your cruise. 2-for-1 cruise. You know? Why don't they just admit they're listening? You know, Facebook has a terrible public relations strategy, a public relations department. You know, but here's the thing. We all complain about Facebook nonstop, and then what we do, we spend hours a day on Facebook. I mean, they know that. They know that. I mean, that would be like going around complaining about oxygen. God, I hate this oxygen. It's everywhere. Can't stand it. Well, that's great, but you still breathe it in all constantly, and that's what we do because we're idiots. You never forget what George Carlin said. Think about how stupid the average person is, and then realize that half the people are stupider than that. Have a good morning.